Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I successfully potty trained my toddler in 1 week, and it went so smoothly that I figured I'd share it with you guys, everything that I did, and maybe avoid some unnecessary headaches for some toddlers and parents. So there are a ton of different methods out there. Rewards and prizes, or slow and steady, following your child's cues, or there's like a 3-day buckle down and get it done quick method. There's just so many different methods. I didn't follow any specific method. I just kind of went with the flow and followed my gut. But the first and foremost thing that I decided was to wait until he was ready and wait until I was ready. When he turned 2, I started to feel the pressure of, people asking me, is he potty trained? When are you going to potty train? And that made me think oh man, I got to get on top of that. But something we have to remember as parents is that no two children are the same. No two children are doing the exact same thing at the exact same time with the exact same ability. Every child is different, and we don't need to force our children into the next milestone and the next milestone. Celebrate when they reach a milestone and kind of sit there for a while and enjoy it and let them be kids. And we don't have to rush into the next one and try to force them into a mold. There is no mold. There's no standard. I don't think there's a specific time and way to do anything with a child. They'll all figure out their path, and it'll all be okay. So the first thing I did was push out of my mind that pressure and just not worry about it. It just didn't feel like he was ready at 2. He had a decent vocabulary. I could reason with him a bit, but anytime I brought up using the potty, or if I would bring him in there with our little dollar store toddler seat, he would just be nervous. He looked very uncomfortable. He would kind of shake when I tried to put him on it. And I'm just no, why? Why make this a stressful, negative, scary process that's going to take months and months and months? And I think that if you wait until the child is ready and that you're ready and he is mature enough to understand, I'm going to say he a lot, but I mean they, when they're ready and mature and, have enough of a vocabulary that you can reason with them and they can understand this concept and, be excited about it and curious about it, that's when you'll know they're ready. And I just didn't feel like George was ready at 2. When we moved into our new house, I think he was 2 years, 4 months, 2 years, 5 months. He wasn't quite 2.5. But at that point, I think he was ready because he started asking about it, being curious about it. And I just wasn't ready. Now, I wouldn't say that I wanted to hold him back or I wanted to keep him a baby. I think I was just overwhelmed with a new house and just so much going on and renos and a lot of new things. And I just wasn't ready. The parent being ready is just as important as the child being ready. I wouldn't call it laziness per se. I didn't want to be overwhelmed. I wanted to focus on what I had to focus on and not overcomplicate things. So because he seemed ready, but I wasn't quite ready, I went online to find the type of toddler seat that I wanted to train with. And I had decided pretty quickly that I didn't want to use an actual toddler toilet, something that there's conveniences to it. You can put it anywhere in your home, take it with you. But I didn't want to make him dependent on that toddler seat. I wanted him to feel comfortable using a large adult toilet. So I knew I wanted a seat that went on top of a regular toilet. But I found one that had a ladder looking thing, a step up with handles. And I figured that would work wonders with George because he loved climbing. He'd think it was cool, and it would bring a form of independence. So if I was not by his side at that particular moment that he needed to use the washroom, he could use it on his own. So when that toddler seat came in, I simply put it on his toilet, and that was it. I hyped it up like, look what mommy got. We got a cool jungle gym ladder on your toilet. And he was like, whoa, can I climb it? And I'm like, sure. So we had fun climbing it and looking out the window because he could see out the window when he climbed onto it. But I never mentioned, you know, him having to use the toilet or doing pee or doing poo, none of that. I just put it in his bathroom. I'm like, that's your toilet seat. The end. Walked away and didn't put any pressure on it. And he just got used to it. And he would randomly climb up, look out the window, look at the cars. And it was like a couple of months of him just getting so used to it that it was second nature for him to go up and down it. There was a couple times he asked to use it. So we took down his diaper and he used the toilet. He only ever did pee on it. But yeah, like I never tried to potty train him until he was ready. And then at that point, I just wasn't ready yet because I had too much going on. But I let him be curious about it and explore it and ask questions about it. And I just knew that when I was ready, I would know. So the summer was filled with a ton of reno projects. There was lots of birthdays within our family. And I just wasn't thinking about it. And then Monday, randomly, I woke up and I wanted to potty train. I'm like that a lot, where I'll procrastinate something, avoid something, until boom, my motivation just hits me like a ton of bricks. And I get so focused on it and I just want to do it. And like nothing can stand in my way. Nothing distracts me. So I was ready Monday. So usually when George wakes up, I'll take off his pajama and diaper and put on a new one before we brush teeth, do breakfast, play, whatever. This time I took off his diaper and I just left it off. And he was like, but mom, I need a fresh diaper. And I'm like, oh, but diapers are for babies and you're not a baby anymore, so we can't put one on. And he's like, but what if I have to pee? And I was like, what can we do? That's a good question. What should we do if we have to pee? I didn't want to kind of feed him the information at the beginning and just like come at him with, this is what you got to do. This is what you're going to do. Don't do this, do that, blah, blah, blah. And like kind of overwhelm him. I wanted to ask him questions and get him thinking about the answers. Because I figured if he was searching his brain for the answer, he might be able to retain that information better. So when I would say, well, you know, what should we do? What do you think? And he's like, use the toilet. And I'm like, yeah, that's a great idea. And then I'm like, but what if you need to poo? What are you going to do? And he's like, use the toilet. And I just kept reiterating like, but Georgie, what if you're eating your breakfast and you're too busy? Like, are you going to pee on the floor? And he's like, thinking like, yeah, maybe that's a good idea. And I'm like, do you think we should like pee on the floor, make a big stinky mess and all bugs are going to come because it's so stinky and Oliver's going to step in it and walk around the house and hop on your bed and put pee everywhere? Is that a good idea? And he's like, no. I'm like, so what should we do? Use the toilet. But what happens if you need to poo?
In the toilet.
You're not going to poo on my carpet?
I can just poo in the toilet.
But
without things I made.
So you're not going to poo on my carpet?
I'm just gonna pee and poo in the toilet.
That sounds great.
I'm gonna hop like that.
He obviously likes the wind beneath his wings.
Look, it's an ice cream
It's an ice cream shop. Can I have some strawberry ice cream?
Yeah.
You put the stool upside down?
Yeah.
And then each side has a flavor?
It's strawberry right there.
Okay, I'll have strawberry. Oh, thanks. Mmm. Oh, you gotta go to the bathroom? You feel like you need to poop? That was funny. That was great, George. That was great. So mommy didn't even have to ask you or remind you?
Yeah.
You just felt like you had to go, so you came?
Yeah.
I'm proud of you. Okay, I'm gonna stop filming you now and leave you in peace. Say sayonara.
Sayonara.
Monday was successful, no accidents. He went a couple times on his own, which is why I love and recommend having a toddler seat that has like a step up that they can, like a ladder that they can use themselves. Just brings in that independence and just not having to rely on you for every little thing. Like, what if I was cooking or on the toilet myself and he needed to pee? Like, if he had to wait for me to put him on, then there would have been way more accidents. So I like the fact that he was independent to hop on when he wanted. I heard the toilet flush a couple times, like on his own. And yeah, it was very successful. No accidents, because Monday I was super on top of it. So the following 2 days, Tuesday and Wednesday, were the same, where he was bottomless. He had nothing on his bottom. I put a shirt on him though. And this time he was way more independent, and he was going like anytime he felt a tickle. So there was times he'd run to the bathroom, but nothing came out. It was like a false alarm, and he'd come off. But of course he'd have to waste a billion gallons of water and flush the toilet anyways. But that's fine. I rather him overgo and catch an accident than have accidents. Speaking of accidents, no accidents. I was shocked. I was expecting like 2-3 accidents a day, but there wasn't any. And I'm thinking it's because Monday I was so on top of it, every 15-20 minutes reminding him. And also the fact that he was bottomless, I think, helped a ton, because he didn't have the security of a pull-up or underwear, like that false sense of security, maybe making him forget that he's potty training. Because how can a toddler remember just when you start, oh, I'm potty training, I shouldn't go in my pants? If he feels like there's something there supporting him, he'll forget while he's playing or watching TV or eating, and he'll go. That's what I assume. So I think the fact that he was bottomless from right from the get-go, he never had an accident. On day 4, now I was going to go a full week bottomless before I introduced underwear. But on day 4, I had shown him that he had underwear for when he was potty trained, and he got so excited about them because there was like Thomas and Paw Patrol on them. So he wanted to wear it, and I figured, okay, like, I'm not going to argue this. If he's showing interest, he can wear them. You show your undies?
Yeah.
What's on them? Who is that?
That's Thomas that I just watched.
Yeah, it's one of your favorite shows. I think it's Thomas. Thomas is here. And I think that's Percy.
He's a train.
Yeah. So you like your underwear?
Yeah.
And are you going to pee in your underwear?
No. We can just go run to the toilet, take them off.
Okay. Wow, that's intense. So you're going to, if you feel like you have to pee or poo, you're not going to pee in your underwear?
Mm-mm.
You're going to run to the toilet and take off your undies?
Yeah.
And then go to the washroom? And then put them back on? Is this better because, do you like to have underwear on?
Yeah, so people don't pee in their underwear.
Yeah.
That's not allowed.
Yeah, it's not allowed. There was not one mess on day 4, which was shocking. Day 5, there was one accident, but he had caught himself because he felt the trickle coming down, and he's like, Mom? And I'm like, what? He's like, I'm going pee. And so I swished and grabbed him and like Supermaned him to the bathroom. Made it all fun. Like, everything was just animated and fun. Nothing was stressful. Like, I knew that if he had an accident, I was going to make it lighthearted, ask him to help me clean it up, because I didn't want to have any negativity, or I didn't want him to feel nervous or embarrassed if he did have an accident, or like if I reacted badly, then he would never tell me. And then there'd be piles of pee dried and crusted all over my house because he'd be too scared to tell me. So I wanted to pretend that no problem so that he would tell me. But I was surprised that the whole week went by without an accident until the 5th day, where he trickled a little bit. But he made it to the toilet for the majority of the pee, but I had to clean up the little trail of trickle. I could say, wow, I'm super lucky he didn't have any accidents all week, but I don't think it was luck. I think it was because I waited until he was ready and excited about the process, so he went a lot on his own, and I contributed to me reminding him every 15-20 minutes. That first day or two, I was really on top of it. I didn't really do anything else. I didn't cook any meals. We ate leftovers, and I think we ordered that night. Like, I didn't have anything to do. I left the laundry. I left everything those first 2 days. I really just hung out with him and stayed on top of reminding him every once in a while. After the first 2 days, I went to like reminding him if he hadn't gone in an hour, because I really didn't have to remind him often if he would just go randomly. But if there was like a whole hour where he hadn't gone, I'd say, do you need to go to the washroom? And he would say yes or no. So yeah, I don't think it was luck. I think it was because I really just decided that this week was going to be focused on potty training, not being busy with other things, reminding him constantly, and him being ready and comfortable with his toddler seat. So day 5, so that was a Friday. On Saturday, we were going to be going for the first time. That whole week, we were just home and comfortable. But Saturday, we were going to be going out for a whole day of errands, a lot of driving. So I had ordered a travel, portable, foldable toilet seat that can just be placed on any toilet. And I wanted to bring that with me Saturday so that I wouldn't revert back and like put diapers, just for peace of mind, to not have to wash car seats constantly and stuff like that. So I wanted to bring the foldable. It folds nice and small in a nice little carry bag, so it can be inconspicuously brought into every store with me. And so I got that Friday morning, and I spent the day Friday showing him. He had his almost accident Friday. So the whole day I kept that little portable toddler seat. It's in the shape of a frog. Well, it has frog eyes and frog feet. And I kept it on the downstairs toilet, and we stayed downstairs so that he could get used to using that frog seat cover, so that on Saturday we didn't run into any issues and he would be comfortable with it. So Saturday comes, and I was like this close to just putting a diaper on him because I didn't want to deal. We had things to do, and I didn't want to deal with having to like wash his car seat. So I said, no diaper. Keep the momentum going. He felt fully potty trained to me, but I wanted to get in a bunch of different scenarios, go through different situations to make sure he could handle every situation. So what I did, just for my own peace of mind, was I put one of Oliver's doggy pee pads down on the car seat so that I wouldn't have to stop in the middle of my day of errands to wash a car seat or make him sit in a filthy car seat until we got home. So that was all done. That was peace of mind for me. I put him down on a pee pad, and he was wearing his underwear and shorts. Hi, Georgie.
Hi, Mom.
What are you doing?
Getting chocolate milk.
Yeah, we're getting you some chocolate milk.
So,
I wonder if that's a great idea for your first day without a diaper.
I'm not wearing a diaper. I'm wearing underwear.
Yes, you are.
Because I'm still not a baby.
You're not a baby anymore. So you're wearing underwear. It's the first day, because all week, Monday to Friday, we've been home. But today's the first day that we're out. Are you going to pee in the car?
No.
No? Where are you going to pee? What? On the toilet? Yeah, we brought his little frog seat. So it's this little portable frog seat. I was nervous on the drive because we had like a half-hour drive to get to like our first destination, and he had like this huge thing of chocolate milk from Tim Hortons. So our first stop was Walmart, and I took him right away into the bathroom to try to make him go to the washroom because he had that huge thing of milk. But he was kind of nervous about all the sounds, like the air dryer and the flushing of the toilet. And he's like, what's this? What's that? Oh my God. Oh, that scares me. Oh my gosh. He's like, I'm nervous. He wasn't scared like crying. I put him on and he's like, this is a very interesting bathroom. The words he uses are hilarious to me. Catches me off guard all the time. The things he says, but he's like, this is a very interesting bathroom, with just like a little bit of nerves. So I'm like, I waited there a few minutes, talked to him, like, don't you need to pee? But he wasn't peeing. He's like, no. So I figured, okay, well, if he has an accident in here, that's fine. It's better than, I guess, in the car where we're stuck on the highway. So I figured, let's just go shopping. So we did all our shopping, and surprisingly, he held it. I let him pick out some underwear because the underwear we had was purchased by my in-laws. So I wanted him to feel cool to pick out some underwear. And then once our shopping trip was done, we went back into the restroom and it was more familiar. So he peed right away. I'm so proud of you, bud.
Give a thumbs up to the people.
You did it. You're such a big boy. Did you like using the bathroom in the store?
Yeah.
Was it scary or fun?
Scary.
Scary? What scared you?
The van go.
The van.
Oh, Jesus.
The van. You mean the fan?
fan?
Yeah.
Like,
But you're so brave, right?
scared and nervous.
You were scared and nervous.
But you did such a good job. You're such a big boy.
But you did a good job, and we did it together.
He flushed the toilet and he handed it.
Yeah.
Good
Give
job.
Daddy a hand.
High five. Good job, buddy. One more. Yeah.
I just remembered, I forgot to mention poop. Monday and Tuesday, he did not poo. But Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, he pooed on the toilet himself. So that was like 1:30. We went to lunch. We'd had a couple returns to make. And before the long drive to my sister's house, because she got a new dog and we wanted to go meet the dog, it was going to be like a 45-minute drive. I brought him to another, like a Tim Hortons, and he used the washroom. But again, new washroom. What's this? Interesting. That I think we stayed in there for 40 minutes, where he wasn't going. He didn't act scared. He just wasn't going. But I knew he had to because he had a huge glass of water, a huge thing of apple juice. So I knew he had to go, and he was like holding it. But I waited because I'm like, yeah, I can just give up and go and he can pee in the car, or I can give up and just put a diaper because I know he has to pee, or I can just wait and be patient. So I waited and was patient, and he eventually peed the biggest pee, like an adult pee, and then we were good. So we then go to my sister's house. The Saturday is very detailed because so much happened, and there was a lot of firsts on Saturday. So if you think the whole week I was on top of him, always by his side, reminding him when a long time had gone by, bringing him to the washroom, always that voice in his ear. But when I got to my sister's house and we went to the backyard and played with that adorable dog, I then ignored my son, who was playing with like squirt bottle. It was like super hot outside and they were like squirting this water bottle and playing, and I wasn't reminding him. So his first accident where he peed his pants, I don't even think that accident would have happened if I was on top of it, but that damn dog was so cute. So I kind of ignored him, and it was like over 2 hours where he hadn't peed, so I should have known. But anyways, I was expecting daily accidents for the first couple weeks, but we had 1.5 accidents in an entire week, and I think he's fully potty trained. Oh, yesterday, Sunday, I was for sure thinking he was going to have an accident because Jim took him to my in-laws' house without me. I stayed home, did my thing, and it was going to be the first day that George was not with me, and I'm the one who was the person reminding him constantly. And I thought, Jim's going to forget to remind him as often because he hasn't had to do it this week that he's been working, and you know, George won't see me there. He'll be too busy playing and he'll forget. But no, Dad was on top of it. His grandparents were on top of it. They brought the little froggy and he peed and pooed like a champ at their house. I'm so proud. I think now that I'm thinking about it, I think because I packed a couple pull-ups, and I think because it's an hour drive to his mom's house and an hour drive back, I think he might have put a pull-up in the car there and back, and then changed him into an underwears while he was there. So that's it. Now today, it's gone all smooth. He's in his underwear, he's in his clothes, everything's normal, and he tells me he needs to go to the washroom. Sometimes he just goes on his own. And guys, I think he's fully potty trained. We've gone through every single scenario. And yeah, I think the biggest thing was waiting until he's ready. Second biggest thing is waiting until I was ready. And making sure that your child is just mature enough to understand the concept and reason with them. And making sure it's a positive, fun, exciting process, nothing nerve-wracking or scary that you're trying to force because you think that there's a timeline. There's no timeline. Do what's right for you and your child. Nobody can tell you when that's time. And like, there's some 2-year-olds that can talk in full, complex, grammatically correct sentences, and you can reason with them. And there's 3-year-olds who still only say a few words and who don't have an attention span long enough to understand a concept that you need to explain to them. So don't force it. Don't look at age. Just look at when you think they're ready, if they're mature enough and you think that they're excited and interested in it, and if you're ready. The only way potty training won't be stressful is if you wait to the right time and make it a positive, exciting, unstressful thing. And I think if you do it before then, too early, it's going to be frustrating. It's going to take months and months and months, and you're both going to, like, your child's going to be stressed and you're going to be frustrated and you're going to have a lot of messes to clean up. But if you wait for the right time, then it will go quickly and smoothly. And I'm shocked at how well it went. And I'm so happy I followed my gut and didn't rush it and waited till we were both ready. I hope you'll share in the comments below your experience with potty training, or if you haven't done it yet and your apprehensions or nerves or excitement about it. I'm so excited about it. The freedom of not having to buy diapers and change diapers constantly. It's a whole new world. Things feel so exciting and new and fresh. And yeah, if you have any questions of something that I maybe forgot to touch upon, let me know in the comments below and let's have our discussions that we usually have. Thanks so much for watching. I hope that you'll like, subscribe, share, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.